Black people, you've made your point. Change in America can't happen without black folks. We need y'all back in the fight. Please and thank you. Aw, do the minorities and white people realize without black Americans, nothing is really going to succeed? But in reality, you don't want black Americans because we see how you guys view us when we try and run for office. You guys only see us as cattle and fodder to your cause. You want us to be on the front lines because you know it can get aggressive, shit will turn up, and you guys don't really care about our voice though. And we have had enough of that. And still seeing how you guys are acting in 2026 with Jasmine Crockett tells us everything. You guys don't want us to be in leadership positions. You guys just want us to be on the front lines. It is no different than the world wars when they put the black people on the front lines. That's all you guys see us, no matter what side, whether it's on the left or on the right. You guys want black people on the front lines and you want them to put their lives on the line. And enough is enough. You need to fix your own problems and fix your own people and have them finally wake up and stop voting against their best interests. But are you going to do that? No, because you want us to do all your fucking ground and dirty work.
America is waking up to a truth that black Americans matter. Their contributions, their resilience, and their presence are the backbone of America, from building the economy to shaping culture, from fighting for freedom and innovating in every field. Black Americans have carried America, often without recognition and even respect. So let's have a look.
Ain't nothing more American than black folks. That's just facts. Built this whole damn country for free. Every brick, every rail, every road laid with blood and sweat that never got a paycheck. And what did they get in return? Chains, whips, red lines, nooses, Jim Crow, COINTELPRO, prisons, knees on necks, bullets in backs. Ain't no other group forced to love a country that hates them like this. That's strength. That's America. 400 years of free labor built the economy. Cotton alone was worth $3 billion in 1860. That is trillions today. Wall Street, founded on slave trade. The White House, built by enslaved hands. Every dollar ever printed got black labor backed into it. But tell a racist that and they act like it's a history opinion. They fought in every war. Crispus Attucks bled first for this country in 1770. Black soldiers saved America in the Civil War. Hell, World War II fought Hitler while getting lynched at home. Vietnam drafted in disproportionate numbers. The thanks they got? GI Bills blocked, housing loans denied, neighborhoods flooded with heroin by their own government. Look it up. And you still got racists yelling, "Go back to Africa," like they ain't the original stolen property. Malcolm X said it best. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock landed on us. Ain't that the truth? Black folks got every right to hate this place, but they stay. They fight. They create. They revolutionize. America wouldn't exist without them, and it damn sure would collapse without them.
Imagine waking up tomorrow and every black and brown person in America is just gone. No warning, no explanation, just poof, gone. The workforce, the culture, the communities, the contributions, just all erased overnight. What would happen to America? Would it thrive, like some racists claim? Or would it collapse under its own weight? Let's talk about it. Black and brown workers make up nearly half of America's essential workforce. Nurses, teachers, farm workers, truck drivers, construction workers, delivery drivers, just gone. The $3 trillion that black and brown consumers contribute to the economy, vanished. Small businesses, over 30% of them are minority owned. That means empty storefronts, lost jobs, and neighborhoods turned into ghost towns. We know for a fact that the U.S. relies on immigrant labor and historically oppressed communities to do the work that it doesn't want to acknowledge. Without black and brown people, who's going to keep things running? Who's going to make America cool? Let's be real. American culture is black and brown culture. Hip-hop, gone. Latin music, gone. Fashion, slang, food, art, all gone. The NBA, the NFL, boxing, decimated. No more Serena Williams, no more Patrick Mahomes. No more Jalen Hurts. No more LeBron, no more Messi. No more Usain Bolt. You're watching a golf tournament in silence now. Black culture alone generates billions for corporations, but those same corporations fight against Black empowerment. Imagine them trying to profit off America, but they have nothing but bland corporate branding and country music. But we created that too. 1 in 5 doctors, 1 in 4 nurses, 1 in 3 home health aides are Black or brown. Who's going to take care of America's aging population? The agricultural industry. Most farm workers are Latino. That means no fresh fruits and vegetables. Fast food, meatpacking, warehouses, sanitation. Heavily dependent on Black and brown labor. But if they're gone, those industries, they shut down overnight. The same people that America underpays and disrespects are the ones keeping it alive. 40% of the U.S. military is made up of minorities. Without them, America's global power weakens instantly. Law enforcement? Black and Latino officers make up 30% of the police force. Who's going to patrol the communities? America would no longer be a superpower. Because trust me, the rest of the world is watching. America needs the very same people that it mistreats. The U.S. relies on immigrant workers and young Black and brown folks to fund programs like Social Security and Medicare. Without them, there aren't enough taxpayers left to support the system. Retirement funds? Drained. White America will realize too late that the same people they spent decades trying to suppress are actually the backbones of this country. America's entire financial system depends on people of color, but it refuses to invest in them. Who's left to blame after we're gone? Without Black and brown people, who's going to be the new problem? Can't blame crime on inner cities. Can't complain about taking our jobs. Can't scapegoat immigrants anymore. So who's the new target? Because history shows that when oppressed people disappear, the powerful just find a new enemy. The reality is Black and brown people built this country, fund this country, and maintain this country. America doesn't function without its most exploited and underappreciated people. The real question isn't what happens if we leave. The real question is, why is America so dependent on people that it refuses to respect? The fact is, America doesn't deserve Black and brown people. But without us, it doesn't exist.
There's no playbook for revolution in this country without Black people. And that's on both sides. Nobody knows what to do if Black people aren't involved. They're not fighting to be a part of something. If they're not fighting to be the first Black battalion, if they're not trying to earn their status as Americans. We are Americans. We know that. We recognize it. Excuse me. And we're fully aware of it. So we decided to sit this one out. So right now things look a little wonky, right? All right. On the left, it looks like they're inactive. They're not doing anything. But at the same time, there's all this tension. But on the right, they're trying to fight us, but they missing because we not standing in front of them. And this is what I've been saying for a long time. They know what to do about protesting. They know what to do about marching. They know what to do about picket signs. They know what to do somewhat about boycotts. They know to wait. They almost budget boycotts. They wait it out and then they want you to consume on the back end as soon as you're back in their good graces or they're back in your good graces. But since Black people have sat this one out, all of a sudden, they don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do. And it's very fascinating because they're fighting each other. They don't know they're fighting each other, but they're still trying to bait Black people out to find some type of punching bag and get back on track. And it's not happening. And it's very interesting to watch to me.
Trying to guilt Black people into free labor is precisely what white supremacy is. I don't know why there's so much gaslighting, but trying to require Black people to go and take a burden of something that may haphazardly affect them, but it's not a direct attack on them like it has been previously, and telling them that it's their problem and they must activate and they must go out and fight without addressing their own hardships. Because we need to understand that in as much as there are immigrants being detained, there are a lot more Black Americans in the criminal justice system being detained. If you want Black labor, you need to attend to Black issues. Where is the criminal justice bill? Why aren't you talking about your support for reparations? No, you should just go out there and fight because we said fight and this is somehow going to affect you. I'm proud of the Black people who are standing down And to me, it's not just about rest. It's about understand my worth and understand my value. You see now that you can't get nothing done without me. So what are you going to give me? What are you going to do for me?
So you said you're a second generation white person, and in your mind, Black America is the ultimate American culture. Well, thank you, because it is. I'm going to read some stuff to you. Hold on, okay? In culture and entertainment, we create or perform American popular music from jazz, rock, blues, hip hop, R&B, and soul. They all stem from Black traditions. Dance to modern music is also created by Black communities. Speak using everyday American slang. Most of that slang comes from where? African American vernacular English. That's just how we talk, and everybody copies. And they rename it, by the way. Let's go on over to some film. Black culture and talent drive narratives, music, and fashion trends in Hollywood. Okay? We're also going to talk about rap and freestyle. That is a uniquely Black innovation that shaped global music. Okay? And how about start or go viral on social media? Yeah, Black Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, it shapes that. Yeah. And if you want to go viral, everybody knows. Talk about us. Black literature and art reveal truths about American life that's often ignored. And how about streetwear, sneaker culture, hair aesthetics, all trace back to Black innovation. Black Americans even define global rhythm. Yeah. And there wouldn't even be a super, super fantabulous tasty holiday in America without soul food. Okay? We've been cooking and cooking and cooking, and yes, it's ours. All ours. Now let's get down to the traffic, shall we? Because we wouldn't even be able to drive as safely as we are now without the traffic light, and that was invented by who? Black America, Mr. Morgan. Then those modern day elevators that we ride in so much. Yes, the automatic doors come from who? Yep, Black America. Even ironing clothes easier. Sarah Boone, Black America. Enjoy clean sugar or chemical products. Guess what? Guess who revolutionized the refining process? Black America. How about this? How about this one? Use a microphone in a phone, hearing aid, or video call. Okay? James West. His invention is used in 90% of today's devices. Yeah. And then we can have safe laser eye surgery, all because of a Black woman, a Black American woman, Patricia Arabath. Love her. And how about shipping fresh food across the country? Yeah, don't forget about the refrigerated truck, invented by Black America. Mr. McKinley, by the way. Now, we have secure homes with surveillance, a functional light bulb. Lewis Latimer created the carbon filament that made Edison's bulb practical. So without Latimer, there would be no light bulb or functional light bulb, meaning that Edison did not create it. It was Latimer, okay? Because it works. He drew the patent. He drew the diagram for the patent. Yes, he did, because Edison couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. He couldn't even describe how it actually worked, so that had to be Latimer. I don't know why they tried to steal from Latimer. And the super soaker. How about that? Your kids can even have fun because of Black America. Yeah. That was invented by a NASA engineer, by the way. Yeah. Black America even made it possible to run automated machinery efficiently. Cool skyscrapers like the Rockefeller Center. Use advanced computer processors. Navigate with GPS. But bust this. Without Black America, we would not have a functioning democracy with civil rights. Okay? Because of Black America, we understand nonviolent resistance. We understand how to build successful protest movements, define modern feminism, and use modern protest language. Yeah.
Black Americans have contributed and continue to contribute, often under conditions that would have broken many, from the cotton fields to the factories to the boardrooms and classrooms. Black labor, Black creativity, and Black leadership have built America not as a side note but as a foundation. Yet too often, these contributions have been undervalued, unrecognized, and even dismissed. But America is learning now what Black communities have been saying for decades, that our well-being is not separate from the well-being of the nation. When black neighborhoods suffer from underfunded schools, healthcare disparities, and systemic injustice, it affects every city, every economy, and every institution in the country. So when black workers, innovators, and professionals face barriers to advancement, the workforce and the economy are weakened. When black voices are being silenced in the public, the democracy itself is being impoverished, and history is full of examples. Consider the labor strikes in industries where black workers made significant gains only after sustainable advocacy and sacrifice. I think about the civil rights movement, where the fight for equality opened doors and protections that shaped modern America. Look at culture. From music and fashion to literature and film, black creativity has not just influenced American culture, it has defined it and generating billions in economic and social value along the way. But the nation waits for disruptions before recognizing the truth. Whether it's economic crisis, public health challenges, or social unrest, it is only in the absence of black communities that America fully understands their essential role. And this is why this conversation matters, not to assign blame, but to demand change, So America can choose to recognize, respect, and uplift black communities now, rather than wait for another crisis to force the lesson home. It means investing in education and opportunity and ensuring fair wages, protecting voting rights, and dismantling systemic barriers that hinder progress. It means celebrating and valuing black contribution, not just in moments of crisis, but in every single day. And it means listening truly to the voices that have been ignored and understanding that their struggles, insights, and leadership benefit the entire nation. Because when black Americans thrive, America thrives. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.